How is everyone today? I'm here with my WWE Live Road to WrestleMania February 10th, 2018 live experience video, of course, yesterday because this video is being filmed around 1 o'clock in the morning. So technically, this was yesterday when I'm filming this. I went to WWE Live, of course, as part of the Road to WrestleMania tour this year, which is the first time I've been to a Road to WrestleMania tour live event since 2010, I believe. I actually went to a live event the week before WrestleMania 26, so I believe that was the last time I went to a live event. That was part of the WrestleMania tour. Of course, I've been to SmackDowns, part of the Road to WrestleMania thing, but never been a part of the Road to WrestleMania house shows since 2010, I believe. So it's been a pretty long time since I've been part of those. Of course, this is part of the SmackDown Live brand. Of course, their show tonight was a SmackDown Live brand. The Raw show was in Calgary, I believe, from tonight or yesterday. So I was part of the SmackDown Live crew, even though I'm not the biggest fan of their current product on TV. Nonetheless, the roster I still believe is great, and they do produce, quality live events. So definitely was the case here, if you ask me. So without wasting any other time, I'm just going to jump right into the video. If you guys have seen these videos before, you pretty much know exactly how this goes. I discussed pretty much when I got to the arena, everything since I got into the arena, the show, up until I left. So that's pretty much all I'll be discussing in this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video overall. So let's jump right into it. I got to the arena probably around 6:30ish. The show didn't start till 7:30, and the doors open at 6. And to me, there's no point in being there at 6, so I usually wait a little bit longer. I'm not in any hurry to really get in the building. So I got there probably a little after 6:30. Had no problems getting in. It was fairly easy. Even security, it was just a breeze to get through, and I got in probably within like minutes when I got there. So no problem at all getting into the building. Of course, as soon as you walk in, the merch stand's right in front. Of course, everyone's mobbing the merch stand when you walk in. But if you're smart like me, you'd realize there's two merch stands. There's one in the back. So, of course, that's where I went. I said, screw the front run because this is a clusterfuck of a line. Everyone's trying to get the merch right there. So I went all the way around to the other side of the arena to the second merch stand, which had a pretty lengthy line. Not too long, but it had a good length. And I was probably only in line for like 15 minutes, honestly. It was fairly very quick, and the whole structure of it was very, very nicely handled compared to the first one where it was just a huge mob of people and didn't look like it was organized at all, which with this one, the second merch stand, it was very, very organized, and yeah, it was just very, very easy to get through. So I went to the merch stand. There really wasn't much that I really wanted. Of course, one shirt that you're probably you can tell that I got was the AJ Styles. Of course, it is the house that AJ Styles built T-shirt. I'm really a big fan of this blue. Any type of blue, honestly, I love, especially these lighter, like baby blue color T-shirts. I honestly love them. I love the way they mix the blues too. So you have like the baby blue, and you have like the darker blue with the AJ Styles logo and whatnot. I just think this shirt honestly looks really, really cool, and the blue sold me on it. Honestly, that's the main reason I wanted to get it, is because the blue. There's something in the back is pretty much AJ Styles logo, but this is the first thing I got. Which, funny story of this shirt, when I was telling the shirts, because if you've been to any WWE show, they have like the letterings on the shirts, so they know, you can tell like the whoever, like, oh, can I get a large of the blue shirt, which is the letter E, because that's the one they have. So I said it, and I didn't realize this till I was walking away, but I looked at the shirt, I'm like, oh, this shirt's kind of a darker blue than I thought. And once I opened the shirt, I realized it was a New Day shirt. So they actually gave me a New Day shirt, which I didn't realize because I said, oh, shirt E, and they're, oh, E, I'm like, yeah. So I really wasn't paying attention. They grabbed it and put it in the bag until like I said, I went to go put it on. When I walked away, I realized this is a New Day shirt. So pretty funny mix-up right there. I don't know. I don't know how I didn't notice that it was the wrong shirt from the get-go, but it is what it is. Yeah, of course, got this AJ Styles, the house that AJ Styles built T-shirt. I also got the Road to WrestleMania live T-shirt. This is actually a really nice shirt. I like the design in the front with all the superstars, which I don't get why Rusev and Aiden English are on the Raw side over here. But I think this is an awesome shirt, honestly. I really like the front, and I even like the Road to WrestleMania, or the WWE Live Road to WrestleMania logo at the bottom. I think that looks really awesome. And of course, there's a back with I Was There. Of course, it has all the dates for Raw and the SmackDown Live tour going into WrestleMania season. So those are all the shows that will be part of the Road to WrestleMania tour. So I got that, and the last thing I got was, and if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know these are pretty much a must for me, especially in the updated ones. I got the WWE program, which is the newer one. I don't remember the last time I got a program, honestly, so this definitely is new. And it looks really nice. It just, you know, the pictures, the presentation of it. Let me go to a nice page. Like, look at this page with Orton and AJ Styles. It's a really nice page right there. So I always love getting these programs. I've had so many of them, but they're really cool to look over, especially like years on the line where you look at them and realize how much the rosters change. And, you know, if you go like the Access, I usually get the WrestleMania programs for like WrestleMania Access, but if you don't want to get that, these are always awesome to get as well, to get signed by people. So always get a program, and it's actually a really cool poster came with the program, which I already took out because I want to see what it looked like. And it came with this poster, which I think actually looks pretty fucking cool if you ask me. Of course, you got the Hardy Boys, you got Sasha Banks, you got Brock, Orton, Rollins, and of course you got Alexa Bliss, Nakamura, AJ, Cena, Reigns, Finn Balor. So it's actually a really nice poster, so I was kind of taken away by how nice that poster was. But that is all the merch that I got. Not much. I usually just try to stick to, you know, not trying to, you know, blow all my money. But just those three things alone are pretty expensive because you know how much WWE overcharges at their shows. So, yeah, that's all the merch that I got. Then, of course, I went down to my seats, which the tickets I had were for Ring 3, Row C, and seats 5 and 4. So those are the tickets right there, which, confusing fucking situation. So, Row C, which you would think that means Row 3, right? No, for some reason that meant Row 4. Yeah, I don't know how this played out. I got to my seat, it clearly said on the edge C, and the row before me said B, and the row before that said A, because I even looked at them because I was really, really confused how that even worked. But for some reason there was just a random extra row in front of A, which I have no idea what that row is supposed to be. I originally thought it was going to be for like the VIP thing that they do with the live events, but then I realized none of the chairs were VIP chairs, and the VIP section was the next row, the next ring row over. So I don't know what the fuck happened there. I was very, very confused, and I don't even know what row that even was, because if I was in C, in front of me was B, in front of that was A, what the hell was that row? So a little confusing situation. So, got to my seat, I didn't wait that long. I don't know how long I waited, but it wasn't a long wait for the show to start. And then, of course, the show started. The opening match was a triple threat match for the United States Championship. Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Baron Corbin. Before the show actually started, they had a little Daniel Bryan promo, which you can tell was filmed months ago, because he still had, like, his hair from, like, the summer, where it was, like, short and, like, combed over, where now it's, like, just getting long again. It's just funny how you can just tell how old that clip was, but... you know, he started the yes chant for the show start, and of course the show started. Opened up the triple threat match, like I said, for the United States Championship, which was actually a really fun match. You know, on paper it wouldn't sound like good, but I was thoroughly entertained. You know, at first it was kind of like because you basically had Baron Corbin and Jinder Mahal teaming up against Bobby Roode for the majority of the match, and of course, you know, throughout the match they would start going off against each other. They would, you know, Corbin and Mahal go at it, pushing each other, then eventually, you know, comes to blows. Some nice sequences in this match as well, where, you know, they were playing pretty much taking turns, where, you know, you had two guys cross the ring, and, you know, the guy would run and like do like a clothesline, and then he'd run do the clothesline on the other side, but the person would duck and run and hit the other person and run. It was just, you know, kind of switching back and forth some spots, and you had some nice sequences, like I said. You know, Baron Corbin had a really nice deep six on Bobby Roode. Just some real fun stuff, and honestly it was a really enjoyable match. So really enjoyed this opening match. Bobby Roode, of course, got the win after what's the word I'm looking for? Countering. For some reason, I wanted to say transferring. Countering the Colossus into the glorious DDT on Jinder Mahal to secure the victory. So really enjoyed that triple threat match. Like I said, it took me by surprise, and it was pretty fun. From there, I'm going to go to Mojo Rawley versus Ty Dillinger, which is the only match in the card that I did not like. This was very, very boring. Very, very long, too. At least it felt very long. Just, you know, Mojo Rawley was pretty much just putting Ty Dillinger in a chin lock for almost the entire match, it felt like. People try to get behind Ty Dillinger. You know, they try with the 10 chance, but I felt like everyone was just so bored out of their minds in this match that they couldn't even, like, remotely care enough to even chant for Ty Dillinger. So that was my only downfall. My only disappointment was the fact that it was just boring. You know, it felt like it went too long, and Mojo got the win at the end. So yeah, that's honestly, I'd say the only bad match in the entire show was that one. Besides that, I was pretty much, you know, every match is enjoyable for the most part. Even this next match, I was very, very surprised at how fun it was. So the next match was the New Day taking on Mike Kanellis. You remember him? He apparently is still employed. And Primo Cologne. So Mike Kanellis and Primo, the most odd duo I can think of probably in recent memory, taking on the New Day. And to be perfectly honest, this was actually another very fun match. The New Day were entertaining as hell. Mike Kanellis was showing a side of him that I honestly haven't seen in years, where he was actually entertaining. He looked like he was having fun. He was good in the ring, it looked like. So Mike Kanellis, he's slowly working his way to, I guess, being, tolerable. And Primo was actually, pretty entertaining as well. I thought him and Mike Kanellis did a pretty good job as a tag team. Xavier Woods was just absolutely great, trolling at rings. Well, he was in the match. Big E was not in the match out of the three. But, Kofi tagging in and then, twerking absolutely crazy. This is just a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this match. Like I said, I saw a different side of Mike Kanellis that you don't ever see because A, he's on TV, and B, when he is, he's not doing anything good. He's just bad. So, him and Primo definitely brought a different element that you haven't seen from them. And Primo was a pretty good heel. Right from the get-go, he tagged in and he pretty much ran out. He jumped the barricade right in front of me. And it looked like he was walking out. Mike Kanellis was like, come on, you don't want to walk out. You want to walk out? Shit, we'll walk out then. Primo was like, nah, it's fine. And then, it was just a very fun, enjoyable match. New Day looked great. They were doing, the crowd was highly invested in the New Day. At this point, this is definitely the hottest the crowd's been. They were, like I said, New Day was just very, very rallying everyone up. And it was very enjoyable. And, of course, New Day got the victory after Xavier Woods pretty much hit a double foot stop to the chest of Mike Kanellis. Just secured the victory. So, New Day wins. Very fun match, surprisingly. From there, we go to a fatal 5-way match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair defending against Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana, and Carmella. Despite the negativity I brought towards the SmackDown Women's division, this was a very fun match as well. I thought, it was good. This is probably the best SmackDown Women's match I've seen in months. Probably since when Charlotte defeated Natalya for the SmackDown Women's title. I've just, if you follow me on Twitter, I've been vocal about my displeasure with the division. But when they do matches like this, you're like, okay, there is talent in there, so why is it not being utilized on TV? So that's definitely how I felt about this match here with all 5 women. Right from the get-go, it was pretty much a Pier 6 brawl. And then eventually it became like a handicap match where it was, Lana and Carmella pretty much tag teaming against Charlotte. And of course it came to blows after, they each tried to pin Charlotte. And they're like, wait, I want to win, but I want to win. So they pretty much went at each other's throat after that. And then Becky Lynch would get back involved in the match. She would clean house up. Natalya would come in, pretty much wipe out Becky Lynch. And then Charlotte would get back in the ring, submit Natalya to retain the Women's Championship. So, like I said, it was very enjoyable for me. I thought pretty much everyone besides Lana looked good because you can definitely tell Lana, when she was doing her moves, it came off so sloppy and so bad. It was just like, it just amazes me how some people can be training for so long, or at least as long as she has, and still be that bad. I've always had hope for Lana, and I thought she had potential, but when you see her perform, it's just like, it's hard to have any kind of hope for her. So, I thought that was a really good match. Charlotte retains, like I said, submitting Natalya, so that was that. And then, of course, after that, we had intermission, which, I didn't do anything. I just pretty much sat in my seat and just pretty much played whatever games they had in Titantron, so that was that. And then, of course, we came back to Breezango versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Bludgeon Brothers, I don't know why I said it like that. I thought it was funny at first because, the whole thing where Harper slaps Rowan. They did that from the start, and then, of course, Fandango was trying to, toughen himself out. He's like, yeah! He was being funny, he was being entertaining, he was slapping Breeze, and, of course, Breeze slapped him, and, of course, Fandango was told it like he got hurt, and Breeze like, oh, fuck, I'm sorry, I was just trying to hype you up. So they were pretty much doing some comedy at the beginning, and then, of course, Harper and Rowan were just, after about a minute or so of comedy, they would just take out Breezango, do their pretty much squash you'd see on TV where, Harper just slaps Rowan, throws in the barricade, hits their tag finish, and that's it. So pretty much a squash match. Almost the exact same match we saw at Clash of Champions, actually, now that I think about it. So quick and short, to the point, and that was that. And then we move on to Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Dolph Ziggler, which I was actually very, very surprised to see Dolph Ziggler. I believe this is his first live event since before he won the U.S. title. So it's been a long time since Ziggler's been in a live event, at least to my knowledge. And, first when I saw that Ziggler was Nakamura's opponent, I kind of just rolled my eyes because you've seen the matches those guys have had on TV. It's been nothing that spectacular, so I wasn't really expecting anything good here. But I was wrong. I felt like these two went out there and had a really good quality match. You know, it was kind of slow here and there where, you know, Ziggler put him in a headlock and it just seemed like he was in there forever. Ziggler would tom around, not doing much. But I definitely felt like Nakamura definitely brought up a side that he doesn't really show on television. You know, it's definitely way more charismatic and just, you know, that's one thing I like about these live events is I feel like, you know, there's definitely a lot more creative freedom within the wrestlers. You can definitely tell they're having more fun, and they're definitely being more charismatic. You know, going back to my point with, you know, Mike Kanellis earlier, I feel like he was very charismatic and definitely brought out an entertaining side of himself, which you've never seen on TV before. And I feel like that way with Nakamura as well. He was definitely very charismatic, and, you know, he's always been charismatic, but he definitely showed that side of him here in this case, because you don't really see that often on TV where he gets to show this. So he was definitely in his element, and he looked absolutely phenomenal here against Dolph Ziggler. They put on a good quality match. You know, Nakamura was able to get his comeback on Ziggler, get his stuff in, his signature stuff. You know, hitting the good vibrations. You know, put him on the turnbuckle, hit the running knee. Just good back and forth. Ziggler go to tune up the band. Go for super kick. Nakamura counter into the spin kick. We went for the Kinshasa. Ziggler hit the what's his finisher called? Wow, zigzag. My mind was going really blank right there. It's late. I apologize. It's zigzag. Nakamura kicked out, and then of course Nakamura the Kinshasa at the end to defeat Dolph Ziggler. So Nakamura defeats Dolph Ziggler. Like I said, very good match. I thought. You know, definitely better than the matches I've seen them have on TV. So didn't have a problem with it at all. And then of course we go to our main event, which was a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Of course, AJ Styles defending against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This was a great main event here from all three men. You know, I definitely think this match is better than the match of the Royal Rumble. Grant, that was a handicap match, and this was a triple threat match. I felt like it was still better than that. Of course, you know, you had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens teaming on AJ Styles, pretty much eliminating him and taking him out. And of course, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens getting the blows. You know, Owens started to roll up Zayn, and then of course, you know, Zayn hitting a Blue Thunder Bomb on Owens. So their partnership didn't last very long. It pretty much became a legit triple threat match. Probably about after 5 or 6 minutes of the match, it actually became a legit triple threat. It was mainly, you know, Styles and Zayn throughout the majority of the match, but they're having some great interactions. There was a lot of great sequences as well. You know, when Owens and Zayn were both hit super kicks on Styles, and Styles would take out. Zayn hit. How'd it go? I think Owens hit a super kick, Zayn hit a super kick on Styles, and then Owens hit a super kick on Zayn, and then AJ hit a pay leg on Owens. So that was a nice sequence right there. He had some nice stuff where, you know, Styles clash and Sami Zayn a handful of times in the match, but Owens would break it up. Just some real good stuff between all 6 men. You know, like Owens would throw Zayn out of the ring, him and AJ would go at it, and then, you know, Zayn would run out of nowhere, toss Owens out of the ring, then him and AJ would go at it for a little bit. Just some real good stuff, and, you know, they did some spots, of course, they did on TV, you know, before, but didn't take away the quality of the match, if you ask me. So I really enjoyed it. Loved the ending as well with Sami Zayn hitting the hula kick on Kevin Owens, but before he can get the cover, AJ Styles hit the springboard final forearm on Sami Zayn for the 1-2-3 to retain the WWE Championship. So AJ Styles, of course, is still your WWE Champion. He's celebrating, of course, after the match, and then Kevin Owens gets on the mic and says, "You know what? You didn't pin me, so, you know, you are phenomenal, but one day I want you to defend that title against me one-on-one." And I'm thinking, okay, they're probably going to do a thing where the match starts and then, you know, AJ beats him in like a minute or so. Because they've done it before in shows where they do like another match, then it would end very, very quickly, you know, kind of like a squash. I assume they're going to do something like that. But no, you know, Owens trashed, you know, the town saying that, you know what, this is a dump city and does not deserve to see this match one-on-one. And then, you know, AJ and him shook hands, and of course AJ hit him with the Styles Clash to end the show. But not only did he do that, you know, AJ Styles, being the man that he is, brought a little kid in the ring as well to hold the championship and pose with him. So I thought that was really cool of AJ to do. But yeah, that was pretty much it. You know, that was the main event. That was the last match, and that was the way to end the show. A little disappointed that I didn't see the Usos, because the Usos were advertised, and, you know, Rusev Day. There were a lot of Rusev Day chants before the show, from what I heard, and there was a lot of them afterwards as well. So I was very disappointed that we didn't get, you know, like the Usos versus Gable and Benjamin versus Rusev and English versus, I don't know, another tag team like the Ascension or something like that in 4-way, or, you know, some kind of regular tag match. I don't know. I was just disappointed not to see a tag team title match, just because I wanted to see the Usos, and, you know, Russo's over, so I don't know why they didn't have Russo in the show. So I was kind of disappointed not to see any of those tag teams, but from, you know, for the most part, I thought it was a really fun show still. Like I said, the only match that I didn't enjoy was the Mojo Rawley Dillinger match. That was the only match that I was just sitting there bored out of my mind, and you know, I just felt like the match went on forever. But besides that, everything else was still very enjoyable. You know, the triple threat match to open the show was very, very fun. The New Day match was highly entertaining. You know, the 5-way women's title match was, you know, pretty damn good. Nakamura and, you know, Ziggler had a really good match. Of course, the main event was great, if you ask me. So, really enjoyable show here from SmackDown Live. Of course, it's part, like I said, part of the Road to WrestleMania Live event tour. Really enjoyed the show for the most part. The show wasn't that long either. It was probably like 2 hours and 15 minutes. You know, the show ended at like the 2.5 hour mark, but of course, it had like the 15-minute or so intermission. So, about a 2 hour and 15-minute show. So, not very too long. But enjoyable wrestling for what it was. So I definitely had a good time watching the show. This is pretty much my pre-New Orleans trip. Well, not trip, but pre-New Orleans, like, you know, teaser. Because this was the first wrestling show I've been to this year. And, of course, I am going to WrestleMania this year. So this is kind of like my teaser for, you know, my big trip for New Orleans. So this made me even more hyped for New Orleans. So I'm very, very excited. Looking forward to it. Should be a great time. And definitely tonight was a great time as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching the video. Come on and fight!